Yep, so that's how we come alongside. So, hello guys, welcome back to the Sports Breakdown once again for another match review. This time it was between Lucknow Super Giants versus Chennai Super Kings, match 7 of TATA IPL 2022. We have one comment here. Hi, yeah, hi, yes, so we are back. What a match! I mean, what a match! CSK losing for the first time their first two matches, and yeah, and also breaking news to tell you guys: Aaron Finch has decided to retire from all formats of cricket. So that's a surprising thing. It was just published by an Australian newspaper, website today on Facebook that they've said that Aaron Finch has decided to retire from all formats of cricket, and he's about to give a press conference today. I'm just joking, guys. It's April Fools. So yeah, don't take it seriously. Yes. So just to have you guys up. Yeah. So back to back to the cricket. Yes, that's good. Patty can be the captain now. Yeah, but I was joking, guys. It's it's April Fools. Yeah. So I was just joking. Yeah. But yeah. Back to the match. Yeah, so unbelievable stuff from CSK yesterday. It was a perfect April Fool's for us as well, and them losing the first two matches very surprisingly under the new captain Ravinder Jadeja, and yeah, so we have seriously. Very true. Yeah, but sorry for that. Yeah, but yeah, continue, guys. Yeah. So CSK post 210 for 7 after 20 overs. Robin Uthappa played a brilliant innings. He scored a half century. Obviously, he scored 50 of 27, 8 fours, and 1 6. He was really good yesterday. Robin Uthappa Shivam do bat number 4. Good move by Ravindra Jadeja, obviously making him to bat at number 4. He contributed with the runs. But first of all, I think 210 was not enough for CSK against the Lucknow bowling lineup. They should have done a bit more. And I think CSK obviously lost their plot a bit, I would say. Um, Rohan says it was one of the flattest wickets I've seen in life. Hmm, true. I agree, yes. But yeah, credit should go to, Lucknow. Lucknow's chase was just phenomenal, I would say. I mean, they won it by four. They only lost 4 wickets in that chase. I think they just lost a lot. A lot of good starts when it comes to Ravi Uthappa, Moeen Ali, Ambati Raidu, Ravinder Jadeja. And they all got starts, but they couldn't capitalize. Uthappa, after getting a 50, should have gone and got that 100 at least. So even got a 80 or 90 because he was that good yesterday, I would feel, Robin Uthappa. But unfortunately, Ravi Bishnoi had other ideas, and yeah, um, Krishna here says if Holder joins LSG, the most dangerous bowling lineup with Thai, Avesh, Bishnoi. Let's see. I'm not sure between Andrew Tai and Dushmantha Chamira actually. Dushmantha Chamira had a very off day yesterday. I'm not sure whether he'll actually continue because Chamira, I think you have those off days, and Dushmantha Chamira did well in the first match also. So not bad, but let's see. Johan here says, did Dew play a part? Yes, definitely played a part, definitely, because especially first innings, we saw the misfielding of Chamira. Chamira was dropping two catches, so many misfields. Then in CSK in the second innings, I think dropped two drop catches, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, lot of misfields and drop catches, and definitely I think Dew played a part yesterday, and Lucknow were very lucky on that, which is why they chased it somehow. But yeah, coming back to the match, again, like, not a good start, obviously, in this, and they changed the opening pairs. Obviously, CSK they dropped Devon Conway yesterday. They dropped Devon Conway. They dropped Mitchell Santner, and the most surprisingly, I think. Of all, they dropped Adam Mill. I know Adam Mill. Yeah, I think Adam Mill was having a side strain. Then Chris Jordan was sick, but Mitchell Santner was dropped for Pitorius. Sorry, Moeen Ali. Yes, okay, that was done. But then, if they had less foreign players, then they should have got in a Mahesh Teakshan, in my opinion, because I think Mukesh Chowdhury first over was not bad, but when making shot, do they bowl at that 19th over? I mean, they should have instead gone for experience of Ravindra Jadeja or Moeen Ali, but they didn't do that. And I think that lost the plot. And we have Rohan joining us from work. Yes. How are you? How are you?
Hi Pavan, how are you? Nice to see you,
Yeah,
man.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, but we were just talking about the Lucknow versus CSK. I think for the first time, CSK lost their first two matches in a row. Again,
Yeah,
poor start from CSK, but Ravind Uthappa got a 50. Should have continued. I mean, getting that 100. But were you surprised of those changes from CSK yesterday, especially the overseas?
yeah. Not just overseas. Generally, CSK don't do many changes. That's been their template, right? That's been their success
Yeah,
mantra, you can say. The only change which everyone kind of foresighted was Moeen Ali in for Santner, which they did. But the
yeah,
other two changes were very left field. I feel okay. Pretorius may have done well, but still you don't
yeah.
expect a straightaway swap from them so early in the tournament. And Mukesh
But
Chowdhury,
I
due
think Adam
respect,
Milne was
man.
injured, right?
Yeah,
Adam Milne was
injured, yeah,
having a
but that's what unless injury, that's fine. Okay, fine. But in general, I'm saying Mukesh Chowdhury was the
yeah,
surprise for me because they already have certain senior bowlers in KM Asif and who's the other guy? The medium pacer, right? Um,
yeah.
uh, Hangargekar.
Hungeracre, yes.
Huh, they could have gone for him, but Mukesh Chaudhary, I mean, uh, I haven't seen him light up even the domestic cricket in India, man. So I don't know what was the
Yeah,
thought behind that process. Okay, left arm angle, maybe a local Maharashtra player, all those things is fine, but he didn't look so much. Okay, first over you can say was good, but he didn't have any variations or anything to trouble. Not much swing, nothing was there. The pace was very friendly, and you saw he got belted for about close to 40 runs in 3 overs, right?
yeah, true. Yeah. But I think even Deshpande wasn't also accurate yesterday also. Both of them were
Yes,
pretty lackluster. Yeah.
that's why I'm saying when you have two local Indian inexperienced bowlers, I think this is one of the inexperienced bowling attack to start with for CSK. Generally, they go for experience. That's where I feel maybe an Asif, who comes from Kerala, has some previous IPL experience, right? So they could have gone for someone
Yeah.
experienced to counter Deshpande's inexperience. Too inexperienced was huge risk from CSK point of view.
Mm, very true. But then Lucknow Super Giants, their bowling also is in a question mark. I mean, Shamir had really, really bad day yesterday, going for 12.25. They tried Huda. Only impressive was, I mean, Ravi Bishnoi. And at the end,
Bishnoi.
Andrew Ty also got wickets. But not impressive bowling performance also from the Lucknow yesterday, even though CSK somehow managed to score that 210 because of those late wickets
Yeah.
from Andrew Ty. But even
Hmm.
Lucknow's
But
bowling also is a worry.
yeah, huge concern. But if you see Pavan, Dushmanta Chamira or even Avesh, they bowled in actually the good areas. It was Uttappa's good batting that was the better factor. Not that these guys bowled a bad ball or anything, right?
Yeah.
So credit to Uttappa there. He batted brilliantly. Good start. I mean, that was like vintage Uttappa of those early 2000s that we used to watch. So nice to see that going well. But if I was in a Chamira's place or Avesh, I wouldn't be minding it so much because you did your part. It wasn't like you bowled bad or anything and stuff like that. So if it was their bowling coach, I'd say continue the good work, no issues. Happens one odd game, and it's a good pitch at Brabon, man. It's a damn good pitch. 200 being chased also. So forget it as a one-off for
Do
the
you think
bowlers.
that was a very flat pitch yesterday? Do you think it was a very, very flat pitch compared to other matches?
Let's not call it a flat pitch. Pawan, thing is in Mumbai because the red soil, it's a good bounce pitch. So once you know you're set, you can actually hit through the line. You won't see the ball stopping and coming like a DY Patil. DY Patil because of its slightly less moisture. I mean more moisture. All kinds of holes and comes onto the bats where you can hit those uppish drives and get caught in the inner circle. Brabon, good pitch, good bounce. You know if it's pitching there, it's gonna come onto the bat. You can hit through the line. So it's not a
Yeah,
flat pitch, I'll say. And also, straight boundaries are very small in Brabon. The wider areas is more bigger. But disappointing if you're CSK, they didn't use the bowling resources well. I know their coach came out and said due, etc. But when I think two left-handers were batting, they could have used a Moeen Ali for one more over, so that could have got a Bravo or a Pretorius to bowl the 19th and the 20th, maybe one of it. You are having two inexperienced bowlers like Shivam Dubey in the 19th. Seriously, that
yeah.
was it. Game set match.
Very true. But Shivam Dube's batting was good though. He coming at number 4, scored 49 of
Yeah,
30, coming above Raidu, Jadeja and Dhoni. At least that's a positive for Shivam Dube because the batting
true.
has been always a concern for Dube. And coming at number 4 and scoring those vital runs was crucial because other than Uttapa, even Moeen Ali, none of them contributed.
Yeah, I mean, after Uthappa, I think Dubey carried on that momentum. You saw that he was playing well. I mean, he's known as a big hitter in the domestic circles. He just made use of his talent finally, you can say, after changing from RCB and Rajasthan, where all he didn't quite live up to the name, you can say. But finally, has got a good franchise to showcase his skills. But again, as you said with Uthappa also, they didn't carry on because the others who came in may not able to score of every ball. I mean, effective use of the deliveries left. I know Jadeja, Dhoni hit a boundary and six and stuff. But if a set batsman is there, it's always a huge difference. You saw the same thing happened in LSG. Even Lewis was there, so you got those big hits continuously because he carried on.
Hmm. Very true, yes. Johan Hesse's 230 must have been scored by CSK. Do you agree on this pitch? They could have gone a bit like 15, 20 runs more. Seeing,
Yeah, maybe 220. I think that last over they didn't get
yeah,
much runs, right? I think. I mean, credit
but
to
they finished
Bishnoi,
one
man.
ball
On
in
that.
pace of the game, no? In 3 balls
Yeah,
in the last over,
yeah.
yeah.
Last over
Yeah,
was a
but
bit down from tie. But Bishnoi,
hmm.
man, what a
Ravi
bowling,
Bishnoi
man.
has been
Spell.
impressive so far.
I
I
mean,
mean, Ravi
first match he
Bishnoi,
gave away. Yeah,
yeah, 24 runs in this match, 2 wickets. I think first match was he got 2 wickets, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 wicket. But
but he was a bit
Bishnoi,
expensive against Gujarat in that one
hmm,
over where I think
yeah,
who
yeah.
hit him, Miller and Tewatia.
Yeah, but this match he was much better to CSK. Got the big wicket of Uttapa and Raidu, both of them out. So that was
Hmm.
very crucial. Otherwise, Uttapa would have gone and scored a 80 or 90 for sure with the form that he was in. So that was a crucial wicket, I would say, that Bishnoi got.
Yeah, yeah, important wickets, man. Raidu especially can be dangerous against spinners. He's a big hitter of the spinners, and he get him out bowled is a achievement for the young boy, I'll say. But his control,
Hmm,
even though it was due, you saw he's okay. He's a wrist spinner, but mainly a googly bowler, right? The kind of
yeah.
control he had not to get hit and bowling to his field, brilliant for a young man.
Very true, yes. Coming to the Lucknow batting, I mean, good start finally from Rahul and Quinton. We didn't see that in the first match. But big concern about Manish Pandey at number 3. Still, he's failing. And I don't know whether Lucknow will make that change to drop him because, I mean, SRH also, he was in the bench most of the time, then performed 1 or 2 matches. Now he's a constant number 3. He's not performing for Lucknow. So is that a concern right now, or would you give him more chances?
See, Pavan, rather than the scores, you look at the way a person is playing. I mean, that shot he played, maybe one more feet above, it was a boundary of Bravo. So a good catch, I can
Yeah,
say, rather than any bad shot. Or he didn't look like he was struggling. He was hitting the ball well, right? So early on in the tournament,
mm,
you do get certain times. Hope it doesn't escalate into bad form where he may go into defensive mode, saying, let me get some runs and contribute rather than looking at the strike rate. If you just allow him to be and not get into these kind of discussions, he may come good. We know his talent, man. Manish is a proven performer.
yeah. Yeah, true. But a solid start from KL Rahul and Quinton de Kock set the platform for them.
Yep.
99 run partnership between both of them. I think Rahul was in control at one end, then Quinton de Kock came later and scored runs. So, your thoughts on this explosive pair? I think must be the most destructive opening pair in the IPL. Then you have Evin Lewis, who also can open but
Yes.
comes at number 4 and finishes the game, plays a finisher's role for Lucknow. So, yeah, your
Very
thoughts.
dangerous indeed, as you said. Left to right combination and Decock, we know even when he was at Mumbai Indians, this is the start that he used to do along with Rohit. So Decock carried on. He was a bit lucky. You saw the catch was dropped from Moin, I think, of Bravo early on in the power play.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that also can be a bit kind of a turning point, you can say, because that gave that momentum. 100 run partnership almost finishing off in the power play itself. So you're like breaking it into two halves, and it was easy for someone like a Lewis to come in and later, because Lewis to start off against a Moin may have been a bit tough for him. And also the matchups that CSK played, Moin Ali has a very, very good record against Decock. They could have used him in
Yeah.
the power play to keep the
Mm.
runs in control, so that build the run rate, etc. We saw they went in with their inexperienced bowling attack. I mean the seamers. So that kind of little decisions that proved a bit iffy, I'll say.
Yeah, he only bowled one over and he went for 14 runs and then never
Mm.
brought him back. And same with Ravindra Jadeja also, only bowled two overs as captain. So that's the worry over there. But yeah, Evin Lewis at 55 or 23, he just stayed composed at the end. And Ayush Badoni,
Yes.
we need to speak about him because he's a real talent found by Gambhir as a scout. I mean, this guy is seriously
Yes.
talented. First match also he scored a half century. In his first ever IPL match, this time he scored 19 of 9, very crucial, two sixers. So your thoughts on Ayush Badoni, because I think he is like the emerging talent of this IPL so far that you've seen. Seriously talented.
Yeah, he was in the under 19 setup, the same batch with Padikal and Prabh Simran. All these guys were the same batch. There also Rahul Dravid as the coach that time used to use him as a finisher. I think he had a very good outing in the Asia Cup final in Sri Lanka, I think. That's why he was
Mm.
identified. But unfortunately, he is from Delhi, and we know Delhi team, not the IPL one, the domestic team, is full
Yeah.
of some superstars. So it's difficult for a young guy to break into such team. Only I think this season he got a game, only one game, but he's from the same club as Rishabh Pant and Gambhir, the Sonnet Cricket Club. So he would have seen this guy's talent and identified him with some key roles that they can do, like a role play that we have, like a finisher, like 10 balls, 25. You need to get that. So I think that role suits him very well. Where it's like how RCB uses it, Dinesh Karthik. Last 3 overs, just go and hit those 30 runs or finish it off. So when clarity is given to a young boy like that, he'll do his best. I mean, more impressive was the other day when they were four down for 30 odd and he got a 50. That was more impressive than
Yeah.
yesterday's, I'll say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Agree.
what a
Agree.
shot! That was
Definitely.
a sweep six of whom Dubey, I think, right? What a six, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously talented kid. Yeah.
yeah.
Krishna here says the interesting thing for Lucknow. So after the availability of Holt and Stoinis, whom you think will be dropped? Because Lewis can't be dropped, so most probably Chamira will be rested, or even Andrew
Yes.
Ty. I think
Hmm.
both might have to drop out for Holt and Stoinis. Or do
Yeah,
you
that's
think
a
they'll
big
play
headache.
one of them? Or do you think either they'll play
I,
one of them?
I think one of them suits them more. I'll say a Stoinis because they need. I think maybe a Holder will be a better choice. He can ball better than a Chamira because that's where one of their slightly weakish points, I can say. And Holder gives that new ball option also to them. Stoinis is mainly a mid overs bowler and he doesn't bowl his full quota also. Mainly a couple of overs fill in. I mean, he's more a batting all rounder. Holder is your proper bowling all rounder that will help someone like Avesh and Bishnoi. They need that little extra support because Lucknow bowling is a bit weak and the batting is pretty damn good as we just saw. So they may need slightly bowling reinforcement in a Holder than a Stoinis' batting ability.
Yeah, very true. And yeah, I think finally, I think we saw Dwayne Bravo passing Lasit Malinga today. Yesterday, getting his 171st wicket after 155 matches, if I'm not mistaken. He becomes the highest wicket taker in IPL history. So, your thoughts on that? I mean, after 25 matches, more than Lasit Malinga, someone passed his record, playing 25
Yeah.
matches more than Malinga. Your thoughts
I mean,
on
he's a
Bravo's
champion, man,
achievement?
as you know, DJ. And
Yeah.
Malinga was a pure bowler, man. He used to bowl more regularly. Bravo initially in his IPL days didn't bowl all the 4 overs, stuff like that. It's only when his CSK stint came, he was used as a death over bowler. That's where he started picking up those wickets.
Mm.
So great, man, to his longevity and all those things, fitness. And they're entertainers, man, all those Caribbean players. Bravo is the highlight, you can say, along with the Pollard, Gale, all those guys. So happy for someone like a DJ Bravo and long way
Mm.
to go still, I'll say. All over
Yeah.
the world he's playing all these leagues. A good
Yeah.
entertainer.
But Pretorius was very impressive yesterday. I know he got
Yes.
I know he got two wickets, and I mean he was bowling really well. I mean wide Yorkers, making Muda also. I was watching the last over. He was bowling with a
Mm.
plan and sort of work, bowling short balls, bowling wide Yorkers. So I mean he was impressive today on his debut yesterday. He was really impressive.
Yes.
So do you think they retain him? I mean, would he be preferred more than Jordan and? Yeah, I mean Chris Jordan after this, so maybe even Mitchell Santner. That's why I think they swapped Ali and Santner, and then I think they made three changes. But do you think now
Mm.
Pretorius might be in the playing 11 after yesterday's performance because he can bat also and can score runs
Yes.
also and also can get wickets, which is crucial right now.
Yeah, again, it depends on their requirement for that particular condition and the team that they'll be playing against. Because he and Bravo are almost same kind of bowlers, right? Off-pace deliveries at the end. So it depends if they want because their seamers were very bad today, especially Mukesh and Tushar. So if they want to reinforce it, they may like another overseas fast bowler. So you may have to drop one of Brave or Pretorius instead. So counter that. So it depends how they want to balance their team CSK, or
Yeah.
until they have to wait for Deepak Chahar to get fit also. That may help them more get that balance in the bowling attack. Or else they have to. It looks a bit tough for them to start off those couple of 3-4 games without their what do you call first choice players. So good challenge for CSK. I mean they're a champion team too. They'll come back stronger in the next few games.
Yeah, but the question mark was why did Dubey suddenly Ravindra Jadeja gave him to bowl that 19th over and went for 25 runs? Because I don't understand, because I mean Jadeja and Moeen Ali could have been used in the middle overs and then spared those
Yes,
overs
yes,
for Petrolius and Bravo. So they didn't
correct.
do that because Moeen Ali went for 14 runs. They didn't give him another chance, and Jadeja himself also underutilized himself. So
Hmm.
your thoughts on that problem right now with the bowling rotations that Jadeja did yesterday, which costed the
As you
match?
said, yeah, they could have used a Moin when the two left-handers were batting in the middle over, so that they could have gone
Yeah.
through 1 or 2 overs there. And even if they had to use someone like a Shivam Dubey, what are his strengths? He mainly bowled the slower off cutters and off-pace deliveries. Because the due the bowling that ball was not happening at all. It was coming onto the bat more easier, and he doesn't have the pace also to bowl those quick Yorkers, yeah, bouncers. Anything was there. He was just bowling in that arc, and Lewis was depositing it out of the park. Nothing else was there in
Mm,
Shivam Dube's bowling for that condition. And more on top
yeah.
of that, they used the last over with Mukesh Chowdhury. So again,
Mm,
two weak bowlers at the death. You are calling for huge uh, loss only. It's basically that's what happened. And you saw their plan was to get the run rate so high using their best bowlers in a Pretorius and a Bravo and give a cushion to these two young guys. I would say you could have spread it out like 17th over if it's a Pretorius, 18th would be a Dubey, 19th would be a Bravo, 20th would be a Mukesh. That would have been better than all your eggs at one place. Same thing
mm,
which the other day Lucknow did, where they bad two bad overs in Huda and Bishnoi. They could have spread it out with the Avesh and the Chamira. You could have balanced it. Those little captaincy issues can play, man. I hope Jadeja learns soon.
yeah. Yeah. Very true. Yes. So yes, Chennai Super Kings lost the second game. I think first ever time, no, they lost two matches in a row. So hopefully they can come back in the next game. Hopefully, yes.
One, I'll be leaving, bro.
But Krishna,
You carry on.
Krishna is like SRH drop Manish. LSG should also drop him in place of Manish. For me, Manan Vora should get a chance. Thoughts on this, Manan Vora in the team, or do you stick with Manish Pandey still?
Manish to start with, man. Not Manan time right now.
Yeah. So quick preview of
Yeah,
KKR versus Punjab before we end this. So Kolkata Knight Riders
bro,
third
I'm
match,
leaving.
I
I'm
think.
leaving. You carry on.
What?
I'm leaving. I said.
Okay, okay, no problem, no
I
problem, no
work.
problem. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine, that's fine. Okay, okay, sure, sure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Yes. So yeah, so we have to talk about Punjab and Kolkata. We'll just briefly go through this match. So I mean, Kolkata, they had a bad loss, obviously, against RCB. Terrible loss, I would say. And what to say about KKR? Last time, I mean, they won a good match against CSK, definitely. But now, Andre Russell is the issue, big issue. I think if he's having a fitness issue, he should drop out and bring in Chamika Karunaratne. I would make that change for sure. I won't change the rest of the 11. I think both Sam Billings and Sheldon Jackson can play. Sheldon Jackson should be wicket keeper as we saw in the last match. I think Andre Russell should be rested. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think he's fit enough. And I think Andre Russell should be rested today, in my opinion. Will Banuk and Chamika play? Yes, I do see that happening, Johan. I do see that happening. But you never know about KKR. last minute they'll make changes and ensure that Russell will play. But I feel that Chamika should play today, for sure. Punjab definitely. Banuka is playing today definitely until Johnny Bairstow comes. But even if Johnny Bairstow comes, it will depend now. I mean, Odion Smith's place will obviously depend on his bowling, and he'll have to perform well with the ball today because he went for 52 runs in the last match. We know that. We have Kagiso Rabada coming back, so I don't think they need extra all round. I mean, overseas all round because they have a Kagiso Rabada. They could and they could make Johnny Bairstow bat at 3 and then make Bhanuka Rajapaksa bat at 5 and make that lineup more fearful. And perhaps for Raj Babak, just go through Punjab squad because I think Rishi Dhawan can be used in this team and he could bat at number 7 also. So there's a lot of options when it comes to it all round. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Odion Smith. I know he played at 25 of 8 in the last match. But seeing Bhanuka's form, I actually don't like to drop Bhanuka right now when he's in this kind of form, because it would also affect his confidence also. And he's a 43, he's proven. So, in my opinion, I feel like he needs to prove in this match also, Bhanuka, if he wants to be in that positions. Because see this, I mean, they have Ishan Porel, they have a, they have a, Rishi Dhawan, which they can sacrifice. I think they can sacrifice Orion Smith, in my opinion, and then make Bhanuka Rajapaksa as a finisher because he can bat at number 6. Okay, we have Krishna here. Hello, Krishna. How are you?
Hi Pawan, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, we were just talking about Punjab Kings now. We were just talking about the preview now of today's match. We discussed with Rohan now the review of the
Am I
Lucknow
audible?
match. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect.
So now Punjab Kings. Now my only question is now when Johnny Bairstow comes back, do you think they can make Bhanuka Rajapaksa as a finisher, maybe at number 6 and play that role that he did for Sri Lanka and bringing a Rishi Dhawan or Ishan Porel, or would you stick with Odion Smith? Because Odion Smith last time went for 52 runs. I know he has a chance to prove today, but do you think the Punjab Kings batting lineup can be more fearful if Bhanuka is there in that team?
When Johnny Bairstow will come, he will bat at 3. And for me, Rajapaksa shouldn't be dropped because Rajapaksa played a crucial knock last time. He is a perfect middle order batsman. And for Sri Lanka last World Cup, I have seen him batted at number 5. So he can be number 5 batsman. And Odion Smith should be dropped. And because
But
Punjab
Ashutosh
also
here
has a
says, sorry to disturb, Ashutosh here says Odion Smith out and Bhanuka to play. Really, he was man of the match in last match, but it was 25 of 8. We know how Punjab Kings are chokers, and that's why they gave Odion Smith the man of the match. But Bhanuka's innings also was crucial. He's 43 of 22. Will Odion Smith play
yes,
that? I don't know.
that's only I'm saying that Hanuka should be there and Odion Smith should be dropped because they had one more finisher, good hitter, that's Shahrukh Khan.
Yeah. Hmm. Very true, yes. But don't you think now the bowling will be a bit affected now? I know Odion Smith conceded 52 runs, but seeing this, I think only Rishi Dhawan and perhaps Ishan Porel could be options for Punjab Kings for the next match.
I think Ravada will be available today. Something hearing about this. Kagiso Ravada.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, sorry. Krishna, could you give me a second? Sorry, could you give me a second, please?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sure, sure,
yeah,
sure,
sure, sure.
sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just coming back. Sorry for the disturbance. Yes, Rabada is playing today. Yes, we know that. We know that
Yeah,
Rabada is
that's
playing
only
today.
so.
Yes. That is confirmed. But yeah, we were talking about Banuka, right? Banuka and who else was there? We were talking about Audience Smith and Banuka right now. So
Odion Smith.
I mean, already when they have Kagiso Rabada, I don't know about Odion Smith being valuable for this team because I know he can bat. He has proven, but the thing is, he could be inconsistent at times as well. I know I could be Sri Lankan biased at times. That's possible, but I feel Odion Smith 52 runs in the last match. This match also, if he concedes like that, I'm not sure whether Odion Smith will win this side. That's what he needs to prove today. I definitely he'll get 2 or 3 more chances, but he needs to prove. Otherwise, I think he'll be dropped for sure. Maybe he'll be dropped. Maybe Banuka will be dropped, and Odion might retain his place. That could happen, but Odion will have to prove because I mean we know that he was man of the match for his 25 of 8, but still his bowling wasn't that great, and his bowling
Yes,
needs to
and
improve.
Odion Smith also will give you 4 overs, no? So
Yeah,
and good hitter also. So most probably Rajapaksha, I think. So let's see what it's up to
things are
management.
good. Yeah, but coming to KKR, I mean they lost really badly to RCB in the last match. I know they made a comeback, but do you think against this Punjab Kings side, KKR has a chance today?
Mm, I don't think so because the, for that their openers need to perform. Like Venkatesh Iyer is not at all in good touch, and Shreyas Iyer, then Nitish Rana, they have to all perform well. Then only they can win. And their pace attack is also brilliant, like sorry, Umesh Yadav, then Team Saudi, Sunil Narin. So, but for me, PPK has a higher chance today's match.
I also agree. I think Ashutosh, I think we answered the questions. I think, I mean, for me also, I think Punjab Kings because Shikhar Dhawan and Mayank Agrawal, brilliant
Mayank
opening
Agarwal.
partnership last time as well. Shikhar Dhawan can score those 500 runs, 450, 500. That's DC also. We know he can score 300 plus runs. So I think he'll be crucial. Livingston has been in good form so far, even though he got out, I mean, a bit early, but I think Livingston is in form. Then they have Shah Rukh Khan, Odion Smith to prove. So I mean, they have that betting lineup. Even Rabada can score. So I mean, they have that platform. But Raj Bav at number 5, that could be. I hope he grabs that
He will be
opportunity.
given some 3 to 4 chances. 3 to 4 chance he can be given.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. Yes. And KKR obviously under Russell will be in a crowd today because of his match fitness. Do you think Chamiko Nabi might play today, or what's going to happen over there?
For me, it's Mohammad Nabi because you also need one uh, hitter, and in place of Russell, then only Mohammad Nabi can be should be suitable in Russell's place.
Hmm.
Chamika Karunate
I
is a bowling all rounder, and Mohammad Nabi is a batting all rounder. So obviously, Mohammad Nabi in place of Russell.
But don't you think, Krishna, that there'll be one fast bowler less because we know these pitches are usually fast bowling friendly, and we only have Saudi and Umesh Yadav, whereas they'll have more spinners than fast bowlers. So, don't you think that could affect the KKR setup? Maybe I mean the team if they go for more spinners. So, do you think they should make Mohammad Nabi as just the batting around because I mean they have a batting depth. I mean. Nikish Rana, Sam Billings, Sheldon Jackson also has been quite okay form. So I mean they have Sunil Ryan can be promoted to number 7. So don't you think they may
I
want a
think
fast all rounder?
I th- for me, I think last time what we saw that Venkatesh Iyer was given only 1 over. So I think that since KKR has 2 wicket keepers, Sam Billings can keep. So for me, that they can go with Shivam Mavi in place of Sheldon Jackson
Hmm. Interesting. Yes, I think that's a good move. Perhaps. Yeah.
because you have one wicket keeper, na Sam Billings. Then
Yeah.
you can stick with Sam Billings only.
Hmm. Johan Yeses of Narayan and Chakrabarti, who will bowl in death overs?
Obviously, Nari.
Yeah, even I agree. Yeah, because Chakrabarti has been very disappointing since the World Cup. I mean, I don't know what has happened to Varun Chakrabarti meanwhile with his bowling.
Hmm. That's true.
He's not been good. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we discussed everything. I think I'm also going for Punjab Kings win today. Hope Shikhar Dhawan banks me today because I made him captain in my fantasy team. So hopefully
Hmm.
Shikhar Dhawan does his job properly. I have full faith in Punjab today. And yeah, I see a second defeat happening to KKR, unfortunately, because I still think they need some time before they get adjusted to the IPL with a new captain. So for now, I feel like even though they beat CSK in the first match, I still think KKR needs some time. And I feel Punjab is more settled because they have Kagiso Rabada coming back for sure. So yeah.
Yes.
And Johan, yes, is billing keeping for Chakrabarti and Narayan. What's your thoughts on that as well? I mean,
I
but
am that only
I
saying.
question much on Billings wicket keeping because I think even though Sheldon Jackson got a brilliant catch the last match, I still think Billings also has that. I mean, both are equally good. I would say both Sheldon Jackson and Billings. And in this case, if Russell is not match fit, I think they need extra fast bowler. And I think Shivam Mavi might be really helpful right now
Yes.
for KKR. They could sacrifice Sheldon Jackson for one match, in my opinion. And once Russell is fit, then bring in Sheldon Jackson back. Yeah, because Sunil Narayan can play that all-round performance. He can bowl and he obviously can bat at number seven. So I don't think that is a huge question for KKR right now. But yeah, they just need a finisher, and I think perhaps I think they should sacrifice. I mean, a bowling all-rounder for a fast bowler, genuine fast bowler, because that will help Umesh Yadav and Team Saudi to get those wickets quickly, like what they did in the last match. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I think we'll end this, Krishna. But thank you so much for joining. Yes, and we just wanted a short review. So obviously,
Thank you,
Lucknow Super
Pawan.
win their first match. Your thoughts on LSD? Do you think they'll somehow qualify for the playoffs after this performance, or is there a long way to go before judging LSD?
So let's wait for some 5 to 6 matches, then we can decide. Na?
Yeah, I agree. But a good start for Lucknow, and CSK for the first time have lost their first two matches, which is very surprisingly. But hope they come back in the next match. So today we have Kolkata versus Punjab. Tomorrow we have a very interesting clash: Mumbai Indians versus Rajasthan Royals. So stay updated to all those. And also Delhi Capitals will play their second match tomorrow against the Gujarat Titans. So let's see how all those go. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Krishna, for coming. Thank you, Rohan, for coming for the review of
Thank you, Pawan.
Lucknow Super Giants versus CSK. And see you tonight for the review. Or we'll be coming for a watch along if there is no power cuts today. Hopefully, as Ashutosh Shia says, isn't there power cuts? There was power cuts in the morning for me. Um, how is there power in Sri Lanka, Pawan? We don't get cut for 24 hours, by the way. It's only for 12 hours, sorry, 12 hours today. So it's already cut in my area in the morning, came back. So let's see about the night situation. I'm not sure about these watch alongs because of these power cuts going on, but I guarantee that we may be able to do a review tonight. So we'll do that, but we're not sure about watch alongs. Let's see at 10 o'clock if there is power, I'll do the watch along. But otherwise, because I'm free today. But otherwise, thank you so much, guys. Please to subscribe to the Sports Breakdown. Please to subscribe to this to Talks on Cricket, Cricket Talks show, which Yashu is doing, and we are collaborating obviously for the IPL. We said that first of all. So please do subscribe to Talks on Cricket show as well, because it will help my friend as well to boost subscribers. So yeah, I'm pleased to subscribe to the Sports Breakdown as well. We'll be coming along tonight for the other review of KKR versus Punjab Kings, and then preview for tomorrow between Mumbai Indians versus Rajasthan Royals and Gujarat Titans versus Delhi Capitals. Just forgot one thing before we end. I couldn't go through the table, so we'll go through that. Sorry for that. Think we can, guys. You can see the table. Yep. So Rajasthan Royals are first. Only one match, obviously, but they have a superior net run rate compared to Delhi. Obviously, 3.050. Delhi are second. Punjab third. Gujarat fourth, and yeah, CSK lost two matches, but their net run rate not that bad compared to Sunrisers. But Lucknow get their first win and they're sixth. So 7 teams have won so far in their first two matches. CSK haven't won. We'll see how Mumbai and Sunrisers do. So until then, thank you guys. And yeah, any more questions before I end this? So please do subscribe to Sports Breakdown. And yeah, see you in the next video. We'll see you tonight. So thank you so much. See you guys.